do something wrong, if you don't have integrity, what you're doing, karma is gonna get you. God is gonna get you. You know what I'm saying? There's preachers out there that's doing things that they shouldn't do. There's trainers out there doing things they shouldn't do. It's teachers, whoever. Karma's gonna
Sometimes I
find
wish
you.
that I could levitate. Working hard so I don't get a break. Been feeling down, won't let it seal my fate.
Welcome back to another episode of the Boat Club Podcast. I'm your co-host, EJ West. We got the big man, Brandon, OJ Van, the champ. And today we have another very special guest, our brother, Colin Tyrone, also known as Neenyo. Neenyo is the owner of God and Grind Training, where he specializes as a personal trainer, as well as a boxing and basketball skill development trainer. So if you're in the Polk County area looking to take your fitness to the next level, looking to take your skill development to the next level and those aspects, please tap in with our guy. We're going to post his social medias on this page. So if you guys are looking again to take those next steps, please tap in with him. He is great at what he does. Now, of course, we waste no time. We hop right into the topic on this channel. To debrief a little bit about what you've done. Huge basketball background, middle school basketball, Lakeland Fire. You played at Lakeland Senior High School, Kathleen High School. You went on to play college basketball at the next level. So now that you're in that personal training space, I want to ask you, brother, when and how did you know that you wanted to take the next step to become a personal trainer? How did you get here?
I talked to God about my purpose while I was playing college ball. So, at the beginning of my college career, I just started training kids, and I just fell in love with it. I fell in love with it. I just started to look at when we grow up, we all want to be pro players at whatever sport we play.
Yeah, 100%.
Buy your mama house, all that stuff. But I started to realize why I'm such a hard worker, and it's not to be a pro athlete. It's to help other people fulfill their dreams and reach their full potential and stuff like that. So when I was in college, God just showed me hey, you're gonna be a trainer. I don't like the politics of nothing, and looking at the politics of basketball is very heavy, and I just chose to just deal with being a trainer. And then the fitness came along, the boxing came along after that. So just talking to God and learning my purpose early. Some people learn their purpose after college. I knew my purpose while I was in college.
So here's my question to you. You ended up in college, right?
Right.
And I knew you before college, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? And when I knew you, right, you gone to Kathleen, then you had went to Lakeland, and we were kids, but I had heard, you didn't, your junior year, you didn't make the varsity team, you know what I'm saying? And I know that kind of was I don't know if that was a blow for you, but I know us being men in the city,
Right.
that could get to your pride, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So how did you, I'm just being real, how did you end up in college, bro? All I remember was I went to college, and then when I got out of college, they said you went there, and I was
facts.
you feel me? So and mind you, I always knew you as one of the hardest workers ever, but I just felt like you never got your fair shake. So tell me about how Kathleen was, the people that were there that impacted that, and then how going to Lakeland changed everything, and how that impacted it, and then how you ended up in college.
Right. So I went to Lakeland first for 3 years. First 2 years I was JV. So what happened my junior year was I ended up playing 5 games on JV. So I did play varsity, but I rode the bench pretty much.
Okay, I understand.
I pretty much rode the bench. So, it was a tough situation, and a lot of people would be like, how you still cool with Coach Collins, man? Really shout out to Coach Collins, because he's still we cool to this day. That situation ain't hurt us. I think that he was on this high horse, with Quentin Richie and things like that, and then going into the next year with no superstar players, you're trying to figure out so much, and it was I ended up getting caught in that because he ended up putting me on JV for 5 games, and that was very rough to deal with. That was very stressful to deal with. That was a very low point in my life, because he had guys on the football team that he liked it. He had players that parents he had relationships with that he liked it. So it was like I had to fall all under that, even though I was better than guys, and I worked harder than guys. It was just a political situation, I would say.
Yeah.
So that was very hard to deal with. But how I came out of that was I was just raised. My grandmother, the time's gonna come. You go through a storm, the sun gotta come up.
Is that really what you were thinking about in the situation?
Later on in the situation, yes.
Okay.
At the beginning, it's stressful.
Why didn't you quit? Like, cause honestly,
Right.
like we're from the same place.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to quit.
Yeah, a lot of people will quit. They may think it's funny or like, whatever.
The boys laughing at
They
like,
think,
yeah.
they think
I need to know that.
they would quit in a situation like that. But I love basketball so much. And
The love.
like I said, I was raised to like fight through adversity.
Yeah,
Like I got resiliency on my arm.
yeah.
That's a word that defines me.
I want to say this, bro, because like I was there,
Yeah.
right? So to give you your full flowers, bro, and bro, we've had this conversation 1,000 times off cameras.
Facts.
This is not, again, we're doing it to get his word out, but this is real authentic. I'm there. Your junior year, I'm a sophomore. I'm not playing the transfer shit. I got recruited, whatever. You never said a bad word. You never held your head down. You showed up every day before everybody, full sweat, work. You never changed your patterns, bro. Like, bro, I give you your flowers every time. You never stopped being what you were. And I'm gonna be honest, right? We grew up believing ball is life.
Right, for sure.
So when ball is life and and again, I always say I don't think that you weren't good enough. I just thought we had so many players that I was like, all right, well, we got to move somebody, right? And you just got that shorty on the draw. But again, if I'm in that situation, I'm internalizing it as I'm not good enough, right? So when ball is life, to essentially be told you're not good enough, what is your foundation like to where you're not speaking ill will, right? You're not holding your head. You're not saying, man, Zach, I'm better than that.
Yeah.
You're not doing any of that, bro.
Right.
How do you, that's character. How did you have that then?
Literally.
We don't have that coming from where we come from. We in the locker room sending out the guys on varsity.
Right, yeah.
We talking crazy.
I gotta talk
Like,
to
give us that. So, like, what does that come from? Because that was next level even then.
Yeah. Like the work. So pretty much, that situation, Coach Collins came to I guess a solution that he wanted. Like, either you gonna play the rest of the season on JV, or you just gonna ride the bench on varsity. And I said I'd rather ride the bench on varsity. So, bro, before every game, I worked out. You know how like you have shoot around, and then you go eat, go chill or whatever. I didn't leave the gym. Like from shoot around to the game, I didn't leave the gym. And some nights I got my name called, which is kind of crazy because you play against Kathleen and Bartow. Those are like the top teams.
Yeah.
He put me in the game against good teams like that, and I produced. But the sorry teams, I'm never getting. I'm not in. But it's like I felt like by me just staying positive and just working, I was gonna get to college. I was gonna get to where I wanted to get to.
That is crazy. Like it makes so much sense now hearing it because like I know the road that it takes to get there. It's not about the fastest guy; it's the guy that just didn't stop.
Yeah, I was a tortoise for sure.
Yeah, but I just don't like for you to know that at that age is crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
My faith.
It's been that strong this whole time.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, it is one thing to say faith, it's another thing to have faith.
Oh, listen, you hear what they're saying?
It's one thing to say it.
That's crazy.
I believe that's
It's another to have
my strongest thing. And that's what anything is, not even with basketball. It's just life, period. Like when I want something, I'm gonna get it through the faith.
What's your end goal with this training thing then?
Uh,
So, because about you, right? You knew you were going to go to college.
Yeah, so pretty much with Captain Lee, I went to Captain Lee my senior year. The reason being is because it wasn't just that situation at Lakeland, because I could have stayed after that, and I felt like I was gonna have a good year at Lakeland.
You ain't want to rock with me, man. You ain't want to rock with me one time.
It was more so of like the guys that I was playing with the Lakeland Fire with, like Mooney, Gerard,
True.
Moses. Like I played with a lot of those guys. And I played with a lot of guys at Lakeland too that I played with Fire with, but it was just, I think it was more so in my blood because my mom went there, my aunts went there, my uncles went there. It was like my sister and my older cousins who went to Lakeland. So it was like I just had to go to Lakeland. But I felt like I needed to switch it up.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I switched it up, and I ended up getting hurt my senior year, missed a couple of games or whatever because of my hand. But I ended up winning district championship. My fault, E. I know it was. We had to beat them for the district championship. But
We went and got it back the next year. We got it back in blood.
they got it back after that. But it's like, okay, for me to have the high school career that I had, which was in some sense of mediocre, I still made it to the next level because of my hard work and my faith, like I said.
Yeah.
So, my college situation, I went first year with Montana, with DJ Marlowe, sat out to 2 years, like I said. Went to Minnesota, graduated from a junior college. Then I went to a D3 school for the last 2 years. So everything after the Lakeland situation, like me sitting out 2 years in college, me having to try out my sophomore year at Rainy River Community College in Minnesota with 30 people. I had to try out with 30 people. The coach literally emailed me and said, yeah, you can come try out with the other 30 people. But when I got there, it wasn't like I was afraid, like, man, this person good. It's like I believed in all the work that I've been putting in. I kept my faith.
Yes.
And when I seen people wasn't in the gym, they made it so easy for me. Like, nobody a lot of people didn't want to go to the gym unless it was time to play pickup. I said, oh, this is gonna be easy.
Hey,
Y'all made whatever little fear that I had completely disappear.
Yeah.
And I ended up being like one of the leaders on the team. Great. My last 3 years of college, my first year was actually solid, but that's where I really got, a goodness out of basketball on the college level. Yeah.
Yes,
On the college level, I had a very good college career, I feel. I played my role. I played with some good teams, some bad teams, but I love my college career.
As a man, you know what I'm saying, it's always like, we got to get to this money, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you realize that you weren't going to play basketball forever. Mm-hmm. And I'm guessing you realized that early.
Yeah.
Okay.
2012. That was like after my sophomore year. We'll talk about college more, but it was actually in the midst of my sophomore year. That's when I found out, 2012. So I found out very early, like, this is where.
So how did you come to realization of that thought?
Like I said, just talking to God. Like,
did it hurt you?
The pain turned into joy when I was training.
Okay.
Like the training, it was like I was so excited about training and having so much fun with it with kids. It was like me working out, like me trying to. I looked at the training and helping kids as like me trying to prepare for a draft or preparing to try to go overseas. So it's like the pain that I did have, it like turned into joy based off of the training.
Okay.
From working with kids.
And you never wanted to be like, so we said take care of your mom.
Yeah.
You never just wanted to be the man? Or does this give you that same feeling of being the man?
Yeah, this gives me the same feeling as being the man, because I'm the man at what I do. So
that's real.
Yeah.
So you've been doing this for how long now?
2012 was when I started doing basketball training, and after college, that's when fitness and boxing came. So I graduated 2017. So after that, that's when I started doing fitness and boxing. But basketball was 2012.
So let me ask you this. Brandon asked, he asked this a while back, and it stuck with me, being that you work jobs, you work different jobs while training, and now you recently took the next step in that pivot into a full-time trainer, bro. So give us the full detail, because again, that is frightening, right? Job, the 9 to 5, stability, right? You know you got something coming in guaranteed, right? You've been training for XYZ time, and you have certain clientels, but again, there's fear in putting all your eggs in one basket, right? And you also mentioned to me how when you did that, it took off and it blew up, right? So what was those initial moments like in the beginning process of, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and take this risk, like with the nerves, with the jitters, and then give us the whole build up to where you are now once you've taken that risk?
So like when I started training, 2012, like I said, I was working at the YMCA out there by Sleepy Hill. And so pretty much like after my freshman year of college, I lost my scholarship because the coach, I guess some relatives he had, it was in Montana. Shout out to DJ Marlowe, because I went to school with him.
Marlowe, shout out to Marlowe.
So after that, I started working at the YMCA for 2 years. I took 2 years off. I went to Polk State, but I was working at the YMCA and I was training kids. So that's the start of it.
That's real. That's the bottom.
Yeah, okay. For sure. So then after those 2 years, I went back to school and finished my 3 years of hooping in school. And when I was in college, I went back to college, I was actually training my teammates.
That's dope.
So I have 2 teammates that have went overseas and things like that. So I was like training my teammates while I was in school and training myself. And then I was doing like work study and stuff like that. But my senior year, I worked at Taco Bell. I went to school and I hooped. So I was doing all those things while I was my senior year. So
come on, man.
Like that helped me. Like when I stopped going to school, like okay, get a job, do your training, take care of yourself. And from 17 to 2023, I was working jobs, working at Taco Bell on and off. And
17 to 2023.
Yeah, 2017 to 2023, I was on and off at Taco Bell.
So you were still working and still training people.
Still training people.
Working your side hustle up.
Yeah, for sure. And that shit just got depressing, man. Just working at Taco Bell, working with people that didn't work hard. And I'm a quiet person. I don't really like being bothered by people. Yeah. You just working around a bunch of negativity. So you have a good day of training, and then at night you got to go work with these lazy people that make it depressing. You feel me? So it's like, last year it was like God was just saying, all right, enough is enough. Just quit the job, and more gonna come. And when I quit that job, literally, bro, the next week, bro, like clients just
like that.
Yeah.
Like that. It was a fearless decision. I wasn't scared to make that decision.
You think it would have worked if you had done it sooner?
I think I don't know.
That's real.
Know. It's God's timing.
Okay.
That's God's timing. I just went off of God's timing.
And the reason I asked that is because I've been boxing now for 7 years, right?
Right.
And I heard you said 2017, 2023 was your years of seeding,
right.
putting seeds out straight. 365 days, 5 years straight, throwing seeds out. But 2023 was your year of harvest.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Which was crazy because I remember boxing for free. It was like a hobby, and it was my side hustle. And now I'm looking like, and while you're doing the work, you don't know that you see. You don't know that you're throwing seeds out there. You don't understand that. But then, when you start harvesting and you start seeing the reaps of you reaping the rewards of the things that you've done, now it's like, oh, okay, I was doing this, now I got to redo it again. It don't stop there. Right. You know what I'm saying? So you said, I'm going to quit my job. You didn't stop seeding.
No.
And so I want to talk about your socials, right?
Mm-hmm.
How often do you post a day about what you're doing?
Every day I'm posting videos of me working out, inspirational quotes or videos, or my clients me training my clients every day. I'm posting something.
They say there are three things in life that are guaranteed. There's death, there's taxes. And my boy Neenyo is gonna post a reel on his social media every single day. Man. He doesn't miss a day. So if you could, brother, walk us through your day to day. What does a day, in average day, because every day is different, but what does an average day look like from the time you wake up, first training session, I'm talking meals, give us a regular day as a full-time trainer. Because somebody's watching this saying, man, Neenyo, I've been working a 9 to 5 for this many years. I'm doing this on the side. I've been wanting to take that risk, right? You've done it. You're leading by example.
Correct.
What does a full-time day look like for you? What does your schedule look like?
All right, so I wake up at 4 in the morning. Give praises to God first. Get my mind right. Don't get on my phone until I leave the house to go work out. Do my first workout 4:30. My first session's at 6, so I train at 6, and then I come home, eat breakfast 7, go back out 8 to 1 o'clock. That's like training from that time, 8 to 1, or 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Then I eat lunch, take a nap, get back up at 4, and finish around 9 to 10 p.m. And I'll do another workout after that and go to bed.
Every day?
5 days a week. On weekends, train all day. And Sundays pretty much the same. And then I do yoga at the end of my day.
And another thing too is I think that you created a unique space, being that something that you do is you provide a safe space for women to take their training to the next level.
Yeah.
Right. We often see a lot of trainers, they focus on men in basketball, men in fitness, men in all these things. You train a lot of young women, right? And as far as the personal training, you also cater and focus on women as well. Again, providing a safe space. You know, you do mic'd up sessions where you're showing that, hey, you know, this is what we're doing, this is what we're working on. What gave you that insight, you know, to take that approach as you have? And I think that's the dopest thing you ever.
Well, the reason why I don't train men is because men have this type of ego where they don't. That goes back to mental health too. Men don't ask for help. Women are easier asking for help. So I got a lot of. This is one reason why I have all women clients, really, because they want the help. They're not afraid to ask for the help. And you know, being raised by all women, you see cancer and you know, things like that women get at a high risk, and the emotions that women carry every day. I just feel like fitness is a great tool for therapy and stress relief, just letting things out and just helping them, you know, be stronger mentally, but physical as well. It's not just about looking good. It's about being a strong person and helping them use fitness as a tool to better themselves as individuals and dealing with the things that they deal with in life as a woman, you know.
Here's my question, right? So what makes it a safe place? So you imagine, right? So there's gonna probably be a woman looking for a trainer.
Right.
And what makes what you're doing a safe place? Like, how do you keep the woman comfortable? Like, you know, some trainers, you know what I'm saying? Like, they might get a little touchy feely.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
How do you keep it a safe place? Do you always keep it professional?
Yeah, for sure. Keep my integrity at a high level. There's a lot of women that
repeat that, please.
Keep my integrity at a high level. I get questions all the time from not just women, but men as well, about like, how do you do this? Like, is it hard and things like that? And it's not really hard, because the main thing is the main thing for me. Just keep it at that, you know what I mean? Like, if I want to be with a woman, I'm gonna be with a woman. You know, I'm not finna charge and train a woman that I want to be with. Like, the women that I work with, some of them are married, some of them are in relationships, and I just feel like if I could be one of those trainers that, you know, doing the wrong thing, like anything you do, if you do something wrong, if you don't have integrity, what you're doing, karma is gonna get you. God is gonna get you. You know what I'm saying? There's preachers out there that's doing things that they shouldn't do. There's trainers out there doing things they shouldn't do. It's teachers, whoever. Karma is gonna find you. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be the good karma, because karma comes to people that do good as well. But a lot of that time, God bless me by keeping my integrity. More women come. You know what I'm saying? More people come. Like, if the word is shared, like, yeah, girl, he ain't gonna try you like such and such right now.
Dang.
So it's like, I just move with high integrity. I just know, like, slip up, you know, God gonna get you for doing this. And it's like, that ain't important to me. You know, I'm making sure that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, making sure their technique is right. It's not about looking at their butt. Oh, look at this. Oh, look. Like how people think, like, damn, bro, how do you do that? If it was me, I would have. Well, that's why you're not doing it, and I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying?
And I want to say this, bro. I love the level of accountability because, again, you video a lot of the sessions.
Right.
You also go live in a lot of the sessions,
Yeah.
right? You do different mic'd up sessions to where you can see and you're sharing that, hey, this is a safe space, right?
Yeah,
You're right.
sure.
You're family friendly, joking
Right.
conversation.
Right.
You're pushing them to reach their goals, right? And you got it all on camera. You're showing it. So, ladies, again, if you're looking to take your training to the next level, please tap in with our guy, well, anybody, but, you know, he definitely has a market for that as well. So, you know, a thing that I want to ask you is mental clarity, right? You talked about the pride and mental health. You guys know that's something we push every episode. We'll do it every single episode. Because you're one of the guys that check on everybody else, right? B's the front runner in his home and his family, right? I'm the front runner in my home, my family. Not only are you that in your home and your family, but you are that to a lot of people, right? People go to their trainers to get away, to mentally exhaust, to let go. So my question to you is, who checks on the trainer, and or what are some things you do to make sure your mental health is intact? Because you're the guy that everybody goes to.
Yeah, I'm the guy that gives advice and, you know, check on people, but really a lot of people don't check on me, to be honest with you. I know, like, if you guys do, and it's very few others, like very few, like, you know. But I think that just I don't look at it as like, oh, ain't nobody, like Kendrick got a song, ain't nobody praying for me. He got a song on his damn album. And it's not so much about nobody's praying for me or checking on me. It's just that I know, bro, life be lifing, bro.
Journey of a man.
Life be lifing, bro. So people have things that they deal with, and they may want to check on you, but this come up, or they get distracted by social media. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of my closest friends don't check on me, like, on a consistent basis. Not like how I do.
Yeah.
But that doesn't really bother me. It never really did. It's so much about me. I keep myself so focused and so, in a way, busy, but at the same time do things to find my peace and relax. Like, meditation helps me a lot, bro. Talking to God, like, it's called prayer, but it's more so much a conversation with God. Talking to God one-on-one, personally, by myself, 5 times a day, that's me checking on myself. That's me making sure my mental is right. Because can't nobody help you more than God can. You can go to such and such all you want to, but they don't have the power and the things that God has. So when I need somebody to check on me, or I feel like I need somebody to be there for me or a shoulder to cry on, it's God. It's not a human being. It's not a. So that's why, like, I say, when people don't check on me, like, really like that, it don't really bother me. That's why.
You're doing the work.
Because I'm talking to God, bro. So it's like.
So let me ask you this, right? So that's crazy because, you know, that's probably something that I really struggle with the most. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have all of these accolades, you're getting all of these things, but it's really lonely at the top.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you don't get a lot of. I mean, you get all the praises that you want to get, but when you're on your lows, boy, your boy's not there. You know what I'm saying? I see you, and you're posting therapeutic work.
Yeah.
This for that body, this for that mind. You know what I'm saying? And I completely understand that, and I appreciate you saying that, bro. Maybe I need to talk to God, bro. Maybe I need to talk. I might talk to him 4 times. I need to talk to him 5, 6 times. And when you get what I'm saying? So that's real. You know, it's real.
Right.
So I mean, here's how I want to end it. You know what I'm saying? for the people watching, what's something that you want to put out into the world? What's something that you want to know people want? You want people to know you for, or you want them to know themselves for? Try this, do this. What would you say about that? What would you say?
I just want to be the guy. I just want to be a guy to like inspire people to just do the best you can every day with your purpose in life, whatever that may be, and everything I do it's more so off of love and inspiration. So when I'm posting this and posting that about me or my clients or just other things, it's more so of like love and inspiration to push people to be the best that they can be. Because that's all you can do. It's not about you trying to be this person or that person. You can look for inspiration from anybody, but you have to find out who you are as an individual and live out your purpose. So all I'm doing is using my purpose to help other people fulfill their purpose and be the best they can be in it. That's all I want to be with those followers, and I'm going.
That is dope, man. The kingdom of God is within you. Do the inner work. And we're gonna close it off this way, man. He just gave us that great gem. Word of the year. The word of the year on the Boat Club podcast platform is impact, man. What is your impact? What do you want your impact to be? And in closing, man, mental health awareness every day. We say this all the time. It is not trendy. It is not a catchphrase. We don't say this for likes and clicks. We say this because this is, the things that we live through, right? You hear our guy, of course, he doesn't, he has faith in God, so he taps in with God. But, vulnerability says, hey, man, nobody checks on me, right? Vulnerability says, it's not common, for the guys around you to check on you. OJ Bam says, yo, I'm at the top. I'm getting all these trophies, this and that. But even in the midst of me doing whatever, nobody's saying, hey, bro, how are you? Right? Congrats on the win. Great. But how are you? What's that mental hurdle like at the top? Right? When you haven't fought in 2 months, 3 months, yeah, you came off a win, but what's it like 3 months after getting that win?
Yes.
Right? Yeah. How are you? Right? So we're here to make those conversations, again, not trendy, but a real thing. Right? This is one of the biggest reasons why we do it. So in closing, Boat Club Podcast on all platforms. Club with a K. The K is to keep going. Please like, please share, comment, subscribe. Again, we got the champ, OJ Van and our brother, Colin Tyrone, also known as Neenyo, owner of God and Grind Training. We hope you like this episode. Until next time, peace.
Give you my all, you get what's left of me.
Neenyo!
And since a youngin' I've been